Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris and Roth. We're here to break down the new trailer for Godzilla.
Godzilla, which is going to be awesome. WB, legendary. They broke up after this, which is sad. This is their last outing.
Collaboration.
Yes, it is. Okay, right off the bat, first of all, I think we're really setting the tone. We have David Strathairn, who's such an outstanding actor. We have such a great cast in this film. He's giving a rousing speech to the Marines. They are about to encounter a threat unlike anything they've ever seen before. Look at this.
And not just encounter it, they're going to jump on it.
Yeah. But stop right here. Right there. That is Aaron Johnson. Okay. And he is the lead of this film. He's playing a Marine.
He's Kick-Ass from Kick-Ass.
If you guys, you may know him as Kick-Ass from Kick-Ass. That's true. He plays a soldier named Ford Brody. Okay. And he is about to jump right into the belly of the beast in this halo jump.
Yeah, so this is like right at the edge of the atmosphere. They're jumping, and you'll see this just beautiful series of shots here as they jump in. You really get a sense of like the dread that these soldiers must be experiencing.
And if you guys don't know, this is the Monolith Theme from 2001's Space Odyssey, sort of setting the tone here, giving you the sense of the scale. Now, Gareth Edwards, the director, wanted to keep this very, very close to the 1954. Look at that. Hold on. I'm going to stop so you can see that a little bit. Very close to the tone of the 54 Godzilla in terms of taking it very seriously. He said, this is as if September 11th happened. This is how real he wants it to feel. And the scale of it, you can see it, very picturesque, but very, very foreboding. And here they go right into it, into San Francisco. And you can just start to see the monster emerging and the scale of the destruction.
Yep, there you can tell it's San Francisco right there. Transamerica building. Yeah, and then right here you start to see the beast a little bit.
Okay, look at this.
Oh, there he is.
There we go. So we're just going to go through this a little bit frame by frame because they worked very closely with Toho on the design of this so that it was very akin to the original Godzilla. It was important to everybody on the production.
You can see, like, even in the haze here, you can see that the spines are, or the back scales are really big and craggy like the original Godzilla. And this is leaving behind the Roland Emmerich Godzilla completely. That was like 16 years ago at this point.
That was 16. It's going to be released 16 years and 4 days after it. I mean, that's kind of interesting to me. And yeah, they said this is, I mean, Elizabeth Olsen almost said this is going to make up for it to some degree. This is not the iguana-like creature that you saw.
That's a good look at it right there. You
there
can
he
kind of
is.
see his face.
And this is actually the tallest Godzilla to date. This will be the tallest one.
Yeah, we saw this at Comic-Con. It was awesome. Like the character design looks a lot like the original Godzilla.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see Aaron Johnson's POV here giving you sense of the scale. And now you're getting into some clips that, like you said, we saw a bunch of this at Comic-Con. I'm going to pull that one that we were just looking at because we think...
Yeah, this is Bryan Cranston. He plays a scientist, and he's all in... He's Aaron Johnson's dad, right?
Yeah, he plays Aaron Johnson's dad, who's a scientist working in Japan. And what he said about the character is that his character has discovered an anomaly in a sonar, and he's just starting an investigation when all hell breaks loose. So we know, again, that tying into the 54 film, that this will have to do with some kind of nuclear element, some kind of, we don't know if this is an accident.
And there's more evidence of that later in the trailer that we'll definitely see.
Yeah, and we know that for sure Godzilla is going to have atomic breath. What?
Yeah,
Look
see
at
some
that.
destruction here. Now this is Elizabeth Olsen.
Yes, this is Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Aaron Johnson's wife in the film. She's also going to play his sister in the Avengers, as we know.
So she's a nurse in this, and
she plays a nurse. She said that family is a big theme in the film, and so is man v. nature. Nature wins, by the way. Okay, so look at this. This is some kind of radio activation containment door, again leading us to believe that there is one or several accidents or something to that effect that is either aggravating Godzilla, awaking him.
And this ties kind of into that viral campaign that they're doing. They're talking about various sort of radioactive sites around the world.
Yeah, and there's sightings. Another thing that Ken Watanabe, another great actor, right there in a hazmat suit in this cave. And that ties into the viral campaign, which is mutosresearch.org if you guys want to check it out. And basically what it's showing is these like sinkholes and sightings all across the world of potentially other monsters. Now, we know that there's at least 2 monsters in the film. The official synopsis says it's the most famous monster against malevolent creatures, plural.
Right, and Edwards was saying that he really wants it to be like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, which is
The 1968 film.
definitely has multiples.
Yeah, so that's pulling from the 1954 film in terms of the nuclear element and the 68 in terms of multiple monsters. This scene right here in the airport, when they showed it at Comic-Con, Jim was there, and he said there was a sort of scorpion-like creature. It's in his write-up if you want to look on IGN.com about the multiple monsters. But it's basically our arrogance threatens our very existence, and it's going to be Godzilla v. monsters. Look at that.
Yep, that's a nuke.
You're fighting a nuclear engineered monster with a nuke. Who's that?
That's Juliette Binoche, and she plays Bryan Cranston's wife in this.
Yes, she does, and she's also a scientist. And again, this looks like some kind of accident. I don't know what's happening.
Definitely something going down because you get a Star Trek 2 moment here between the door, and it doesn't look like she's going to make it so much.
It really doesn't give that impression that
she's
going to make it.
Look at all the trampled people there.
I know.
By the way,
the scale of the destruction, I think that you can start when you slow down this trailer, you see how big this movie is. It's global, and if you look at the viral campaign, you can get that sense too. I'm just having fun watching them
cry
and weep and cry after we saw the children that were going to die in the horror that is this. Monsters.
Now, isn't that you get one of those in every single Godzilla movie? The wide open mouth, the open eyes.
Right there. Yeah.
It's Godzilla.
One or several, and she's outside of the BART, so screw you, San Francisco, is what the movie has to say to you. Now, here's the money shot, you guys. Oh, I'm going to go slow just for myself. Here it comes.
Wow.
Stop it. You start to see his foot. Look at this. My God, just the mass, the scale of what he can do. You start to see his foot just a little bit. And as he starts to emerge, what do you hear, Chris?
You hear Godzilla's scream, man.
Man, it's that iconic roar. And if you guys don't know, look, I want to tell you.
How many times did you rewind this the first time you heard it?
So many times, because I love. If you guys remember that very first teaser that was released a few years ago was very similar to this. I think they've tweaked it just a little bit, but there it is. Oh, look at the magic. Look at it. If you guys don't know how that roar, a little bit of trivia here. That roar was created by the sound designer rubbing resin-coated glove against a string of a contrabass and then slowing it down and reversing it. But there it is. They've tweaked it since then. But this roar is very similar to the original roar. Man, I'm beside myself. I can't wait for this freaking movie.
I roared when I saw this trailer.
Oh, God, it looks good. May 2014.
I'm there.
I'm there with bells on.